Hey guys, did you know that Octane has a frame buffer inside it? Yeah, that's exactly what you heard. So I'm gonna show you how to use and where is it here in Octane. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna render this armchair over here. Okay, so here it is. And if you go to the render properties, and if you scroll down to Octane server, you're gonna find a button called Show Octane Viewport. So here we go. And this is awesome actually. You can change between the render paths that you have already set up. So this is in real time and this is like very nice, so you can do that. I think one of the biggest thing about like this frame buffer is that you can save the image preview that you are rendering right now, and you don't need to render for production. You don't need to press F12 to save this image. So here, for example, I have like this chair rendering real time for me, and let's say that you want to save it. So let's say that you want to rotate it and want to save this image on your desktop. So if you press this button over here, you can save it in PNG or EXR, and then if you press save, it's going to, actually it's on my other screen. Let me see if I can show you. Actually, for some reason, it's not like showing up on this screen, the main screen. It's showing up on the other screen, and for some reason, I can move the window to this screen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to save it, and then I'm gonna show you. Okay, so here is the image I just saved. Okay, and I think the best thing is that you can not just save only one image. You can save your entire passes. You can save your entire render passes. So there is this button over here, and here it's gonna show you all the passes that you have already set up. So this is my passes, and you can select and deselect the passes that you want. For let's say that I'm gonna deselect everything, and let's say that I just want to save this, and this. Okay, so here you can also change the format, and also if you want to export separate images, you can choose this this method over here. Otherwise, you can use the export multilayer EXR, and then export, and here this one. Actually, I can move. I don't know why that one I couldn't move, but this window I could move. And let's save it here in this new folder. And here we go. So now I have all the elements that I just selected. And this is pretty cool, right? So I love it. Okay, so also, let's close it. Also, you can like have like different things here. For example, you can have two different regions. So this one over here, if you hold your click and drag your mouse around and release it, you can just make the render on this area, and as you can see, this other part don't disappear. It's different when we are using here inside the viewport. When you press Ctrl B to make the region, you're gonna see that when you do Ctrl B, just one part is selected and the other one disappears. So here it actually won't happen. So I can like make the adjustments that I want, and just this area will be affected. As you can see, this the other part is frozen. So we also have the same region that we have like in the viewport. That's this one over here. So if you hold your click and do the same, so we're gonna see that now the region is doing the same thing here in the viewport. Okay, so now if I like move around, just this part is going to be the part that's going to render. But we don't have the rest of the image here. Okay, so let's try something different. I'm going to close it. Also, let me see if I have a camera here. Let's add a camera. I'm gonna get into my camera. Let's point it there. I'm going to duplicate this object here. Okay, so I'm going to get into my camera. Let's adjust the focal length a little bit. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, so let's render it. Also, I'm going to turn off autofocus and also increase the aperture over here. And again, let's turn on the frame buffer, the show Octane viewport. You can always add it to your favorite. So I think I have already added to my favorite. Let me see. Yeah, here you go. Okay, and here we have the focus. So you can always select the focus using the frame buffer. So as you can see, I select like this middle armchair, and now this middle armchair is in the focus in the frame buffer. So this is pretty cool, right? You can also pause your render if you want. Okay, you can rotate it. You can use like some movement tools like for rotate, for movement. You can also add this like gizmo on your viewport. You can also white balance your scene. So this is very nice. Just like select it and then click on in any area, and then you can see that now it's a little bluish because it's correcting my color, my scene, using the speaker over here. So this is pretty cool. So you can do basically everything here. So this is very nice. I really recommend you guys to play around, see what it can do, and have fun. So thank you guys, and see you in the next video.